Finance and Ways meeting for April 14th. Order. A roll call, please.
Commissioner LaHaye,
Here.
Commissioner Ludlow.
Here.
Commissioner Bray. Here. Commissioner Fournier. Here. Commissioner Britton.
Here.
Commissioner Konashevsky.
Here.
Commissioner Kozlowski.
Here.
Commissioner Peterson.
Here. Rise to the pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You have the agenda in front of you. Any additions to the agenda?
Chairman, if we can add Emergency Manager Nick Madrinsky right after public comment to give a quick update on the flooding issues.
Any other additions? Not a, entertain a motion to approve the agendas. I'll make the motion. Bill? Brenda? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Bills to pay. Questions on the bills?
I got a question on the no before thing. And under the commissioners, it's 101-228-80.042. Is that annual billing?
Sorry, just a point of order. We have public comment. It's skipped over.
I must have went right through there. Any public comment?
And then if we can,
I'm sorry.
that's right. And then if we can, Nick, real quick, give his update.
Okay. Yep, come on, Nick. No public comment, nobody online.
No.
Throughout your whole agenda there, sorry.
One right over the top.
Yeah, Jesse invited me here this morning, to give me a quick update. I'm trying to find some stuff. All right. So, if you couldn't tell, I'm in, water attire because we have some flooding going on. So, talked to Grace Phillips this morning. They've been working 12-hour shifts for the past 3 weeks. The dam has got over an inch of water. So it's 9 miles 7 and 4. All the dams are in working order. They're doing what they're supposed to do, but obviously all the outlying areas, we still haven't received all that water yet. So it's going to get a little higher. That's what she said. I was just on 9th Street this morning. I'd actually go up on the dam when they opened up the 5th gate to 3 feet. So there's 5 gates open right now on 9th Street. DPW crews gave out 1,150 sandbags yesterday. Sheriff's Department gave them their sandbag filler machine, and they're continuing to do so today in the city. I also updated our status on MySims just so the state's tracking what's going on. And obviously taking calls from them every morning and afternoon just to give them a quick update. And if this does go south, we do have Red Cross on standby. We have 70 plus volunteers that they are ready to send to the Alpena area, which is nice. Obviously, they're working up in Sheboygan right now with everything that's going on up there. I just got an update from all the fire chiefs. So basically, the residents are evacuating along the river between Salina and the village of Long Rapids. Water levels are very high this morning, and they're checking out on the residents. So that's where I'm going after this. That's from Darren, the Long Rapids Fire Department. I was on Sandmore this morning too. Nothing too much going out there. Obviously, all the low-lying areas in Alpena, we're getting it. If you haven't been to Golf Course Road, that's pretty much where I was most of the day yesterday. We got barricades to block up a certain intersection or a certain section. So when you come onto Golf Course Road off 23, you'll see the barricade there, that first intersection. And then there's another barricade after, right before the golf course, that R4. You also evacuated 3 residents from there yesterday with help from township, the city, and the county. Actually, Nick Atkins, a big shout out to him. They actually used one of the lift trucks that we had to get them. It was an elderly couple, so we actually had the water was so deep that they couldn't get through. So Nick backed it up, lowered that lift gate. We got them on the back of the truck and actually drove them out to the road and then got them out there. So once again, kudos to all the boys of the maintenance crew for doing what they did. That was awesome. With that, like I said, we have all those roads blocked from Long Rapids because it's coming from the golf course, going across golf course and then down to the usual area of the low end behind Purchase. So those are all blocked off as well, those streets. And it's going through, Genshaw across from the Zuck Park, which is also blocked off. I was there this morning on Genshaw and we had two markers that we set there yesterday on, it was a mailbox and one of the street little posts. And it's up maybe a couple centimeters. So that's like I said, it's probably gonna get a little higher here too. So other than that, we're on standby. Everybody's, responding to calls and doing what we're doing. Obviously, I'm out and about. If you need me, if you hear anything from anybody, please let me know. Obviously, the sheriff and I have really good contacts with other emergency personnel as well. So like I said, if you hear anything, please reach out to me. I have my work phone on me, and I'll be out and about. I'm heading out that way right now, so I'll be out.
Any questions from Nick?
So how many homes were evacuated?
I think there was at least 10 that I know of. There might be more. I'll get an exact number, but so for shelter wise, we have the Friendship Room in St. Bernard's. So they offered that also. Township Abby Kozubowski said that they can go there as well because we have the stuff left over from the ice storm there. So there's cots, they can stay overnight if need be, but that wasn't utilized last night from my knowledge. So there is areas to go to, which is great.
Thank you.
Thanks, Nick.
So,
Now, Bill, hey, go ahead.
Okay,
Sorry.
no problem. I should have known better.
Yeah.
Anyway, the invoice for the know before and the commissioners, that's $11,206. Is that an annual thing?
It says, from May to May, so May 26th to May 27th.
Is anybody using that other than us?
I think all of the employees have to use it.
I think that we have to take the training on it monthly.
It's a requirement for our insurance to keep it below a certain amount. So it's actually a cost saving measure.
Doesn't seem like cost saving to me.
Yeah, I can tell you it's highly used among the staff. It's mostly the elected officials that don't use it.
Wrong.
The only time I've got,
I didn't say all of it.
I was gonna say the only two times I got burned was when it was trying to burn me, so.
Yeah, I have talked to Logan and Kyle about possibly trying to come up with their own. We don't necessarily need to use know before, but we do need to do some sort of training. It is required, not required again, but it's required if we want to keep the discounted insurance rate, I guess. So I did talk to them about maybe coming up with their own program and maybe just doing like a one and done at the beginning of the year or something. But we had been contracted with them prior, so I think we're done after this year, if I remember correctly.
Being forced to participate in it seems pretty cheesy for 11 grand a year.
I agree.
This begins in May, so this new subscription begins in May.
Okay, so yeah, I was right then. And this was, it was.
Well, the question that I had is what's the benefit of the cost for the insurance?
I can get that
It's
number.
costing us 11,000. We're requiring our employees to take that. What is the benefit through the insurance? If we didn't do this, what would the cost be then?
Okay, I can get that number.
Yeah, I'd be curious to know that.
Saving.
Anything, anybody else? Entertain a motion to pay the bills.
I'll make a motion. Oh, I'll support it. Bill made the motion.
So I have a question then. Are we gonna accept that payment for right now or are we gonna go ahead and make that?
Well, we can, yes,
We can, we can always,
another board meeting,
yeah, we can put it at full board next.
or next meeting.
So then I would say then you pull it for
Yeah.
full board.
Get a motion to pull it from
I'll make that motion.
motion by Commissioner Konashevsky, support by Commissioner Britton. Roll call, please.
Commissioner LaHaye?
Yes.
Commissioner Ludlow?
Yes.
Commissioner Bray?
Yes.
Commissioner Fournier?
Yes.
Commissioner Britton?
Yes.
Commissioner Konashevsky?
Yes.
Commissioner Kozlowski?
Yes.
Commissioner Peterson?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Now, the motion to pay the bills, Commissioner LaHaye and Commissioner Bray ordered. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Ludlow?
Yes.
Commissioner Bray?
Yes.
Commissioner Fournier?
Yes.
Commissioner Britton?
Yes.
Commissioner Konashevsky?
Yes.
Commissioner Kozlowski?
Yes.
Commissioner Peterson?
Yes. Cindy, monthly reports.
Okay, we have a balance sheet in front of you, reserve funds of $268.14. Unrestricted fund balance of $4,218,856.18. An ending fund balance of $3,087,403.96, leaving us an unreserved fund balance of $2,819,389.96. The second and third sheets that you have are the revenue and expenditure reports comparing 25 to 26. Those are about where we'd expect to be at this time. That's all I have for that.
I'd entertain a motion to receive and file the treasurer's report.
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Commissioner Britton. Support. Vote by Commissioner Ludlow. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Carried. Okay, transfer. Cindy?
Okay, so the PFC funds. Apparently there had been some issues with them that the auditor was working on. And RSNH got these balanced going back from 2018 through 24. And there's a journal entry that needs to be done for the $77,031.70 to get those corrected. The audit, so that's what that document's for.
Entertain a motion to approve action item 3. Transfer of funds from the PFC. I'll make the motion. Motion by Commissioner LaHaye. Support. Commissioner Fournier, discussion. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Bray,
Yes.
Commissioner Fournier,
Yes.
Commissioner Britton,
Yes.
Commissioner Konashevsky,
Yes.
Commissioner Kozlowski,
Yes.
Commissioner LaHaye,
Yes.
Commissioner Ludlow.
Yes.
Commissioner Peterson.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Land bank.
Yep, the land bank, you'll see an informational sheet, I guess, asking to waive the procurement and purchasing policy for the land bank. I guess what happened with that is we had a project at land bank that we were going to do that we've been working on for some time. And that parcel is tied up in a litigation. And in order to use those funds, it's just gonna have to be taken back out. And we are moving forward with a different property, which is kind of a health risk. So the reason for this letter is to waive that policy for this particular time, so that we can move forward quickly to get those state land bank funds used up without incurring any additional costs and to get a health hazard demoed and taken care of.
I would entertain a motion for land bank a policy to authorize it to be
I'll make that motion.
moved by Commissioner Kozlowski. By Commissioner Fournier, discussion.
Just for point of clarification on that, the reason, it's still gonna go out to bid. We're just shortening the timeline. So we will be getting bids for the project, but anyway, just to clarify, it's not just getting handed to somebody.
And I had talked to Cindy yesterday just to get the questions that I had answered on it, so I'm good with this.
Yeah, so we get to use those funds up before they land bank takes them back, state land bank takes them back, so. Okay, roll call, please.
Commissioner Fournier,
Yes.
Commissioner Britton,
Yes.
Commissioner Konashevsky, Commissioner Kozlowski,
Yes.
Commissioner LaHaye,
Yes.
Commissioner Ludlow.
Yes.
Commissioner Bray,
Yes.
Commissioner Peterson.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Good.
Morning. So I'm here today to present the 2026 equalization report. And we have completed the equalization process and the township assessors have balanced their roles. March border review is completed. The report that I prepared and presented you was a result of those actions. Alpena County as a whole has an increase of 9.2% in equalized value over 2025 and a 5.14% increase in taxable value. So I'll run through the report, and then if you have any questions, we can go over them after. So the first page of the report is obviously a table of contents. Second page is the list of officials. The next 9 pages are each unit certified values for 2026. Those will have to be approved and signed by the chairman and the clerk. Next report on there is the certification of equalization values by the equalization director. This is just a list of each class total. And then it gives you a personal property total, the combined total at the bottom of real and personal. That has to be signed at the state tax commission. And then the next report is the L 4024, which is actually the equalization report that's required by the state tax commission. This is a breakdown of all the values for each unit and class totals. This will also have to be approved and signed by the, I think the clerk and chairman. So this gives you just a total of each unit class after March border review has been complete, and then an overall total at the bottom for this year. Alpena County has a total real and personal equalized value of $1,992,132,348. The next report is the L 4046 report, which shows taxable values. Again, this will have to be turned into the state and certified by the chairman of the board. For 2026, we have a combined real and personal taxable value of $1,327,327,508. This report does give you a breakdown of the classes, personal and real property total for each of the units within the county. I've thrown the next report in, just to kind of give you an idea over the years where we've been at with the increases in value or decreases. Like I mentioned, this year we have a equalized value increase of 9.02% and a taxable value increase of 5.14%. And the remainder of the report is really just charts and graphs to show you where we're at over the years, what the increases have added up to. And this year, largest increase is coming from the residential class, which is probably no surprise, at 10.29%. And I think second is the agriculture class at 7.61%. They're still experiencing some pretty high sale prices, but the amount of sales seems to be decreasing a little bit. The actual sale prices are staying up there. So seems like we're holding value. There's a pretty decent increase again this year. So overall, I would say 5.14% increase in taxable values. A little bit lower than we've been seeing, but it's still holding there a little bit. So anybody have any questions? All right.
You need a motion to approve that. Yeah, we gotta make motion first and then
I'll
discussion.
make the motion for.
Mission Kozlowski, support by Commissioner LaHaye, discussion.
So I know we've talked in the past about some of the and this may not really be totally related, but when I see stuff like this, it makes me think about this, but some of those construction projects which we've talked about where, and I know personally of one, and I'll probably come by your office today to see where that is, but when the assessor is supposed to go out and reassess the value, what do we do about that? Because I know we've talked about that, and my concern is that, we've got assessors and assessor that may not be going out and reassessing those projects years later, and we're missing out on taxable income that the county, the townships or whatever could be collecting. What as a county, what is our obligation, or what can our obligation be to get those items corrected?
So that's a good question. As you know, we did bring this to your attention a year or two ago, and what we basically found these by doing a desk review. Some of them were fieldwork inspections that we've noticed, but it's hard for us because we don't really get the building permit activity information. We try to sometimes, but it's hard for us to actually locate the parcels that have improvements that have been missed. But we did do a kind of a desk review. It was either last year or the year before. And that's when we brought it to your attention. And I guess to answer your question, in my opinion, because I've shaken every tree I could think of from the state tax commission right on down to the local units, putting pressure on the local units would be my best advice because I don't know who to go to anymore.
And I brought that to the attention of one of the townships. And I think that, again, it should really be them because they're the ones shelling out all the money to pay for the assessor to do the job. And if the job isn't being done, then they really should be holding them accountable. But it ultimately comes back to the fact that the county and the townships are missing out on, well, I don't know if I'd say a large portion of money, but a portion of money that we should be getting.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you, but more importantly, from our standpoint, it's being equal and fair to everybody. It's not fair that some people are paying for their improvements and some people are not. So from my seat, it's not so much a revenue thing as it is being fair and equal to everybody. So you're right. And I would be glad to go over some options with, but I think at this point, the best thing to do is put the pressure on the local units, make sure that's getting done. And they have to follow through to make sure they can't just make a phone call and say, hey, are you doing this? And accept that as an answer. You're gonna have to follow through and make sure it's getting done.
Okay,
And I'd be glad to sit down and go.
I'll stop by, later today.
Might be something, Kayla, you might want to visit with our equalization department, because this has been ongoing. It's a pretty big deal. You know, I bring it to attention.
Call some people, that the assessor has not been there and did his job. It costs some money, so.
Are you talking residential?
All
Oh,
factors.
because residential, if you're been living it, you're capped, your taxable value is capped.
That's true.
And so like I've been living in my house since 89,
Mhm.
so there's a huge difference
Sure.
between, equalized SEV and the taxable value. And then I've done quite a bit of work too, so.
So,
But I don't have, because I'm capped, I don't have to pay.
right. So what we're talking about specifically is any type of new construction that's.
That's what I thought you were talking.
And that immediately gets added to the taxable value. So that's not that's not part of the cap formula. When you build a new house, it automatically gets added to the taxable value. It's not part of the cap formula. Now, if you don't make any changes, then yes, you follow the proposal A rate of inflation increase. But if you have some new construction, that immediately goes to the taxable value. So if you build a new house, a new duplex, whatever that might be, it's going to immediately go to the taxable value as a new construction project.
So there should be some tie between your building department and right? Wouldn't
Well,
that?
yes, there should be.
Okay.
And we've been working through some of those issues. We've been trying to find a good solution for it, but haven't really came up with one yet.
But so they center on the residential people.
No, not necessarily. It's everything. There's a lot of stuff that can be reviewed. Remodeling, like we've seen a lot of stuff within the commercial buildings where they might take an old building and turn it into apartments. And if it doesn't get reviewed, it's not properly assessed. So they need to be reviewed.
Yeah.
On a,
When you said
Semi-annual.
it's like 20% every year,
that's what the state recommends.
But what about the ones that go and get that discount? I forgot what it's called now.
Matthew Guest.
What's that?
Matthew Guest.
Well, like a business that will get a discount on their taxes and each year you start off, they get a certain discount and then so many years it drops off.
Yeah, those are pretty well gone now. Those were the Renaissance Zone properties. You probably think.
Okay, that was
Yeah.
Renaissance Zone?
That
Okay.
was a program the state came out with some years ago, and those are pretty well phased out now.
Oh, so that's not
I don't see many of them anymore. Now, there are some other exemptions that you can take advantage of, but there's some criteria that you have to
You're right.
follow to get those. So,
And then it would seem that you would be
Yeah.
monitored.
yes,
Yeah.
you are.
Yeah.
So, yes.
Okay, all right. I'm good.
Other questions? Roll call, right?
Commissioner Britton,
Yes.
Commissioner Konachesky.
Yes.
Commissioner Kozlowski,
yes.
Commissioner LaHaye,
Yes.
Commissioner Ludlow.
Yes.
Commissioner Bray.
Yes.
Commissioner Fournier,
Yes.
Commissioner Peterson.
Yes,
Motion carried.
thanks, Ted.
Thank you.
Kim?
Morning.
Morning.
I'm pleased to be here again this year with a resolution that I prepared acknowledging this week as Public Safety Telecommunicators Week in Alpena County. It's a recognized week across the nation honoring the dispatchers who work in our public safety agencies and assist with keeping our public safe. And so I've prepared a resolution that's in your packet, acknowledging our local dispatcher.
You get to read it.
I'd love to if you want me to. So I'm excited. Before I read it, I have to point out. So this is my 5th time presenting this resolution, and it's very easy to find the date when the first call was made in our nation, and really easy to find the first call that was made in the state. Thanks to some help from the lovely ladies at the Special Collections Department at the library, I have found the date of our first local call, and I'm really excited about that. So it's included in the resolution this year. So whereas in 1967, President Johnson's Commission on Law Enforcement and Administration of Criminal Justice recommended a nationally uniform 3-digit emergency telephone number. And in November of that year, the Federal Communications Commission met with the American Telephone and Telegraph Company. Shortly thereafter, it was announced that the numbers 911 were reserved for emergency use nationwide. Whereas on February 16th, 1968, Alabama Speaker of the House, Mr. Rankin Fight, made the nation's first 911 call from Haleyville City Hall, excuse me, with the first 911 call in Michigan made in Detroit on October 31st, 1973. Whereas in 1992, a local concerted effort began with the goal of a 911 system in Alpena County, which after much work and turmoil became a reality when the first 911 call was made in Alpena County on April 1st, 1994. Whereas Alpena County Central Dispatch telecommunicators continue to answer those calls, serving as the first responders to our citizens and visitors. And whereas the safety of the police officers, firefighters, and emergency medical service personnel rely on the quality and precision of information obtained from the citizens who use the 911 system. And whereas Alpena County Central Dispatch telecommunicators provide a vital link for our police officers, firefighters, and emergency medical services personnel by monitoring their status by radio and providing them with information and ensuring their safety. And whereas all Alpena County Central Dispatch 911 telecommunicators have assisted with saving many lives, and they demonstrate professional empathy during the performance of their duties. And whereas many unfortunate events in our national, state, and local history have clearly demonstrated the essential role that public safety telecommunicators play in the emergency services arena. And whereas on October 9th, 1991, the United States Congress took official legislative action designating the second week in April of each year as National Public Safety Telecommunicators. Now therefore be it resolved that the Alpena County Board of Commissioners hereby proclaim the week of April 12th through 18th, 2026 as Public Safety Telecommunicators Week in Alpena County, honoring the men and women whose diligence and professionalism help keep our county and citizens safe. Be it further resolved that the Alpena County Board of Commissioners urges county residents to join with them in honoring and commending the public safety telecommunicators of Alpena County who answer and dispatch our 911 calls for fire, police, and emergency medical assistance.
Thank you, Kim. Do I have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Commissioner Ludlow, support
I'll support.
by Commissioner Bray. Questions? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Good read job.
Thank you very much. And as always, we're there 24/7, 365. The door is always open to you all as our governing body. You're always welcome to stop in, but especially this week, I know it would make my team very happy to see you pop in and say hi to them. So thank you for your support.
And Kim,
Thanks, Kim.
Kim, if you get a chance, can you, is it okay if I share that article that you shared with the board? I just want to make sure.
Yeah, and we now have a framed copy of the article from the newspaper, and the team's deciding where they want to hang it. So we're kind of excited about our history.
Okay, thank you, Kim. Eric.
Morning.
Morning.
I'm here today to talk about whisper rooms. Whisper rooms are, the best describe them as the old fashioned telephone booth you would see on the street. And so these little booths go into our day rooms of our jails. And they allow inmates to access the rooms to do attorney, client privilege conversation, AA, NA, religious stuff. The sky's the limit on what our inmates can do in the confidential communications within the jail, appropriate communications. With that being said, we were very lucky. Our new jail was built with some rooms to allow for new technology in the criminal justice corrections world. However, with 3 different jails, Alcona, Montmorency, Alcona, we're dealing with 3 different courts and all the different services that we're providing inmates. So we do need some extra rooms to make communications with attorneys better. The MIDC, let me back up. These rooms, we want to purchase 2. We would put 1 in each of our largest day rooms, which would be half of the jail population would have access to that. They're $8,000 a piece. MIDC has potentially got a grant to pay for half of it, $8,000. The other half we would pay out of our commissary fund for we collect off inmate sales. So it wouldn't be out of the general fund, it'd be out of the commissary. So we're just looking for permission to move forward with purchasing of 2 whisper rooms contingent on the MIDC grant.
I entertain a motion.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Commissioner Fournier,
Support.
by Commissioner Kozlowski. Discussion.
So your plan is to put them in the larger day rooms. And it's like a phone booth. So when the door is closed, it keeps the noise out?
Yeah, and I know it's a weird name, a whisper room. It's because you can't hear if it's confidential, whatever's being discussed on the inside.
And you mentioned the MIDC grant. So have you talked to Bill Pfeiffer about that funding coming out of that grant?
Yeah, there was an email exchange, and it was when you were out, so I don't know if you were on the, I know Jesse was. Yeah, they're looking to fund half of that.
Okay.
Any other questions? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Konashevsky,
Yes.
Commissioner Kozlowski,
Yes.
Commissioner LaHaye,
Yes.
Commissioner Ludlow,
Yes.
Commissioner Bray,
Yes.
Commissioner Fournier,
Yes.
Commissioner Britton,
Yes.
Commissioner Peterson.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Thanks, Eric. Jesse.
Right, we do have Mick on, just in case there's questions on the first one, but on the Athena T hanger bid, we did put that out for a second bid. We did do that opening just after 10 a.m. last Wednesday. We had 4 individuals submit sealed bids. And the winning bid went to MacArthur Construction at 2.27 million. Just so you know, the other 3 were 2.57, 2.66, and 3.41 million. We were allowed to go 15% above the grant, which luckily we didn't have to do. That grant was set at 2.4 million. So just looking for the board to let's go ahead and accept this bid and let them begin their work.
Entertain a motion.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Commissioner Fournier, support by Commissioner LaHaye. Discussion.
I'm gonna abstain. We're actually working with MacArthur on it, so.
So you need a motion to.
Yeah, so I need a motion for Commissioner Britton to abstain.
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Commissioner Konachevsky, support. Commissioner Ludlow, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Okay. 5-0. Any discussion?
So the first bids that we got was 2.1 million?
2.27.
No, the last time.
I can pull that. If I remember right, it was like something like
2.4 or something, I think. Well, this is actually less.
yeah.
Okay.
Anybody else? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Kozlowski,
Yes.
Commissioner LaHaye,
Yes.
Commissioner Ludlow.
Yes.
Commissioner Bray.
Yes.
Commissioner Fournier,
Yes.
Commissioner Konashevsky,
Yes.
Commissioner Peterson.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Travel policy, Jesse.
So we realized recently we had some issues with getting notified, I guess ahead of time, when certain individuals were planning to travel for different conferences and whatnot. We realized the travel policy kind of lacks some items, so we came up with this one. Really, the change is just notifying the appropriate individuals, either the department head or myself, in advance with a certain amount of time. I think we had an issue recently where it was like 3 days notice that somebody was gonna be leaving for a week. So we just want to make sure that we do our best to have all of our ducks in a row. People are prepared. We can make sure that the staff is ready and we don't have any surprises. It's a pretty basic policy. There's really not much in it. We did inject some of the other policies we already have on per diems for travel, food, stuff like that. Just encouraging everybody to be economical.
Entertain a motion to approve the Alpena County travel policy as presented.
I'll make a motion.
Commissioner Brady, support by Commissioner Kozlowski, discussion.
So just a couple items questions that I had. So I know I mentioned something to you yesterday about like the 30 days do we have something in that would be exceptions?
Well, that's why we put should be 30 days rather than will be. So it encourages them to do it, but by saying should, that verbiage allows us to have some wiggle room.
And again, I don't know what, as far as how this is done, but when you mentioned in here somewhere that, the most economical, again, I don't know the individuals, how that works, like if they're looking up airfare, do they turn in something to show that the most economical, or it's kind of like the honor system?
It's the honor system. I mean, if we see a number that looks outrageous, I mean, most of us have traveled enough to know what might be a normal $300, $200 hotel room versus a $700 or $800 hotel room. In that case, that would cause us to do some research, but.
And then the last question is, it says must be budgeted funds available. So I know a lot of times, different sections will budget money, but then we're transferring money sometimes. Is this money specifically budgeted for travel?
Correct. Yeah. So if their line item supports the travel, then we'll allow it. If it doesn't, then obviously it would have to come to the board for a transfer, and they'd have to ask for that transfer and what they would project that cost to be.
Okay.
I have a question. Do we have limited amount of mileage they can travel to a meeting?
We don't. And the reason being is because sometimes driving would be cheaper than flying depending on the time of year, the day.
I know a couple of the elected officials mentioned to me that there was a meeting in Wisconsin they'd like to attend, but they didn't ask because they didn't think that we would allow them to travel that far to go to a meeting.
I mean, they're always, I mean, the elected officials are their own office. If it's in their budget, they don't even have to ask. That's on them. If it's a department head, obviously it would come to me and I would bring it to you. So. And we can visit that. But again, that's where we use the word economical. So, if traveling would be $600 or $700, we know there's a flight for $200 from here to Detroit,
A lot of my conferences offer Zoom options, so you don't need to travel anywhere as a cost savings.
Any other?
Nowadays.
Yeah, and this would just be something even for them to take into consideration during budget season. If they know there's certain trainings coming up that they'd like to do or a conference or two, they can always put it in, and that could be a discussion during the budget process. Usually, if there's a big conference coming up, kind of like, we plan for this board. If you guys choose to attend the MAC legislative conference, we know it's coming up. We budget for it. We kind of know what the amount is. We expect the elected officials or the department heads to kind of in due diligence plan accordingly. And again, if not, they can always come and ask for a budget, an adjustment from the board.
Further discussion? Roll call, please.
Commissioner LaHaye?
Yes.
Commissioner Ludlow?
Yes.
Commissioner Bray?
Yes.
Commissioner Fournier?
Yes.
Commissioner Britton?
Yes.
Commissioner Konarski?
Yes.
Commissioner Kozlowski?
Yes.
Commissioner Peterson?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay, update on the boys club.
Just last one is, the process has started with the bank, to finalize the, sale of the Old Boys and Girls Club property. It did sell for the asking price of $250,000. That means the county will receive $62,500 at the close of that sale. And that was from when we agreed we would do the 25-75 split.
We don't need a motion on it.
No, that's just more information.
Okay, motion to rise and report.
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Commissioner LaHaye, support by Commissioner Konachevsky. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Meeting closed. It's all yours, John.
Okay. Consent calendar, everyone has had an opportunity to look at the consent calendar. If there's any questions regarding anything on the consent calendar, anything that needs to be pulled. If not, I'd look for a motion to approve the consent calendar.
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Britton, support by Commissioner Peterson. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Commissioner LaHaye,
Yes.
Commissioner Ludlow,
Yes.
Commissioner Bray,
Yes.
Commissioner Peterson,
Yes.
Commissioner Fournier,
Yes.
Commissioner Britton,
Yes.
Commissioner Konachevsky,
Yes.
Commissioner Kozlowski.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay, correspondence, I assume that
That's more, yeah, that's again, more information. I will let you know. I did talk, the sheriff actually let me know, I think it was last week that they painted and flagged the area. My guess is that means shovel's gonna probably hit the ground here in the next couple of weeks. Once that happens, they have 20 days to release the payment of 200,000 to the county with the additional $500 for the access fee. We did submit reimbursement, this reimbursement request rather for the attorney costs. That went in yesterday, so I'm expecting probably a 2 to 3 week turnaround on that. That's it.
okay. And it looks like we're back at public comment again. So is anyone public comment in the room? Any public comment online? Ken? Okay, we'll close public comment and we'll move into closed session to discuss the fairgrounds proposal. Session. Roll call.
Commissioner LaHaye,
Here.
Commissioner Ludlow.
Here.
Commissioner Bray. Here. Commissioner Peterson.
Here.
Commissioner Fournier.
Here.
Commissioner Britton.
Here.
Commissioner Konachevsky.
Here.
Commissioner Kozlowski.
Here.
All right, so just to recap, a proposal's been brought to the county to consider leasing a portion of our fairgrounds to an events and production company for a period not to exceed 30 years and not less than 10 years. My recommendation is this matter be taken up Friday at 1 p.m. In an open special meeting.
I'll make that motion.
Support.
Any discussion? Okay, I guess we don't need roll call. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Pose same sign. Okay, motion carried. Okay, we'll have our meeting on Friday, and if nothing else, I'd look for a motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Commissioner Fournier, support by Commissioner LaHaye. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Pose same sign. Adjourn.
At 1 o'clock.